Is my screen visible, class?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
See, class, there are multiple softwares present specifically for coding in Python. Obviously, totally up to you, whichever software you want to use. I don't have any issue in that because Python code is going to be same everywhere. Okay, but one thing that I personally feel from my end, that is basically when you're learning Python. Okay, so the best software that is present there is basically your Jupyter notebook. Okay, this is my opinion. Okay, I personally feel that this is the best software. Obviously, your code is going to be same everywhere. I will be using Jupyter Notebook in my case, in my system. Okay, during the entire session. Okay, from your end, please feel free to use any whichever you want to use. No problem at all in that. Okay. For the Jupyter Notebook class, one thing that I can do is, okay, I have my own video also on YouTube. Okay, I have my own video on YouTube. If you want to see, just for the installation, I'm saying. Just a minute. I will just share the link quickly here. This is not. Okay. This link I am sharing class with you. Basically, I have shared this. Okay. In this link class, I have basically explained how to install your Jupyter in the system. Okay, how to install Jupyter in the system. Okay. So make sure class before the next session, those who want to go with Jupyter Notebook, you can follow this link and install Jupyter Notebook in your system. Those who don't want to, okay, totally fine. Whichever software you want to use, and I don't have any issue in that. Okay. So now let's start class. Since you don't have any some of you don't have any software for today, now one thing I will do for today only. Do one thing. There is basically an like online version available for Jupyter Notebook. Okay, that is called as Google Colab. Google Colab. Go to Google. Mention Google Colab. Okay, and open this link. Colab.google. Click on New Notebook. Open a separate window, somewhat which should look like this. Okay. Go to Google search, write Google Colab. Okay, you will get collab.google. Other directly open this link class. Collab.google. Let me share this link as well here quickly. Collab.google and here click on new node. So you will find class somewhat, you'll see a screen somewhat like this. You can see both the screens look similar. Okay, class, if you are going to use Jupyter Notebook, install Jupyter Notebook. Okay, you can use Google Colab, but still I would say to install Jupyter Notebook. Reason being, the Google Colab uses an internet. It is an online thing. Okay, in Jupyter Notebook, even if there is no internet in your system, it will still work. Plus, there are some features later on that you will see. Okay, which will not work in Google Colab. They actually work, but there is a lot of settings that you need to do in order to make some features work in case of Google Colab. That problem won't occur in case of Jupyter Notebook. Okay. All of you, is everyone in sync with me so far? Is everyone in
Yes,
sync
sir.
with me so far? Perfect. Okay, so let's start class now. I'm going to write here only for now. Today is what? Achha, every day's file. Every day I will create a separate file. Okay, today's class 1, and this is your Python June. Let's start now. Plus, first thing that you are starting is your Python, right? Let's see what Python is. Python class, basically it is a, when we say Python, it is a general purpose. It is a general purpose programming language. When I say general purpose programming language, that means as for general purposes, for general work, day-to-day work, we can use Python. For example, let's say I want to create a alarm. There is a system of alarm in the phone, alarm, reminder. I can do that completely using Python. Let's say I want to create a YouTube downloader. I want to create a YouTube downloader. I can do that using Python. I want to create a game. I can do that using Python. Let's suppose I want to analyze data, machine learning, artificial intelligence, that ChatGPT that you have seen. I hope all of you are familiar with ChatGPT, right? Okay. So ChatGPT, the code of ChatGPT is also written in Python in the backend. Okay. Plus, there are multiple things. You can do web development, you can do game development, you can do GUI development. Okay, you can make games. Okay, you can do data analysis. You can do daily tasks. You can play entire video. Okay, you can play audio files using Python. You can maybe you can create the Kaun Banega Crorepati, that entire game using Python. Okay, so there are literally thousands and thousands and lakhs of applications of Python. That is why it is called as, it is a general purpose programming language. Now, simple, straightforward, right? Now, class, in Python, we are going to cover the first topic, very first topic that we are going to cover, that is your variables in Python. Can anyone tell me what are variables? Anyone here, any idea? I'm asking in layman terms. Can you explain variables in layman terms? Anyone?
Variable is a
It is location where we can store data.
It is a location. Are you sure?
variable is a name given to the location where we can store the data set.
Variable is not a location. Variable is the name. It is the name of the memory location where data gets stored. Okay, let me explain this by an example. Suppose, class, let's say I'm writing x equal to 12. So here x is a variable, and 12 is what? 12 is data class. I am writing notes. Whenever you write hash now, whenever you write hash followed by anything, okay, so it will become comment. Python will ignore a comment. Okay, this is actually this thing that I've highlighted. This thing is called as a comment, and comments are ignored by Python. So whenever you want to write some note in your code, so you can put a hash and then followed by the note that you want to write. Okay, so I've written x equal to 12, and then x is a variable, 12 is data. Okay, tell me, class. Tell me, class. Have you heard the term Mannat anywhere? Have you heard the term Mannat anywhere, class? Have you ever? Anyone?
No.
Seriously? Anyone? Mannat?
No, sir.
Think about it. Mannat, what do you know is the name of Shah Rukh Khan's house?
Oh,
Do you know Mannat is the name of Shah Rukh Khan's house?
Yes, sir.
no,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So if I write Mannat equal to Shah Rukh, tell me, class, is Mannat the memory? Is Mannat the location of Shah Rukh?
Yes.
Mannat is location.
Name
No,
of
sir.
the
Not
Sir,
location.
location.
Mannat is a
Name
House,
of the
sir.
location.
Mannat is the name of the house, or Mannat
Exactly.
is the name of the memory location where Shah Rukh is stored. Understood, class, everyone? Are you getting the meaning of
Yes,
Mannat
sir.
now? Variable now?
Yes.
Okay. So basically, variable is the name of the memory location where data gets stored. Similarly, Mannat equal to Shah Rukh. So Mannat is basically the variable, and Shah Rukh is the data. If I run this code class, it will work fine. Now I can write here अपने code print x. The first time you have to click on connect. There is a button of connect here class on the type right corner. Click on that. When you're running it for the first time, you click on connect button on the top right corner. Okay, once it is done, you can see it will run the code. Okay, so if I write print x, so class print is what? Print is basically it is a function used to print the data on the screen. If I run this code class, you can see it is give me 12. If I write print Mannat, it will give me Shahrukh. Got this class till here or not? Everyone in sync with me so far?
Yes, sir.
Right? Chalo, let's continue. Now, class, when we're talking about data, when we're talking about variables in general, okay, so there are some rules. Rules for what? Rules for naming variables. There are some rules for naming variables. What is the first rule? A name can only contain an alphabet, a digit contain alphabet, not necessarily one, can contain alphabets, digits, or underscore character. That is the first rule. What do I mean by this, class? In my code, I can write here x equal to 12. That is completely fine. I can write xy equal to 12. That is completely fine. I can write here x1 equal to 12. That is fine. X underscore equal to 12. That is fine. X underscore y 1 equal to 12. That is also completely fine. But if I write here class x comma equal to 12, okay, this will throw error. If I write here x at the rate equal to 12, this is also going to throw error. Understood class so far? Understood class so far?
Yes, sir.
Second thing is a name cannot start with a digit. It can have a digit, but not in the starting. That means I can write x1 equal to 12. That is fine. Okay. But I cannot write 1x equal to 12. This is going to throw. Okay. Next rule is what, class? Names are case sensitive. What do I mean by case sensitive? That means in essence, Python can differentiate between upper and lower case. But what do you mean by this, class? Suppose let's say I'm writing, let me show you separately, x equal to 12, capital X equal to 50. So for Python class, these are two separate variables. So if I write here print x class, it will give me 12. If I write print capital X, it will give me 50. Understood? Understood all three or not? All three of them are not.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Next is reserved keywords should not be used for variable for naming purposes. What do you mean by result keywords class? Result keywords are basically keywords क्या होते हैं? Keywords are, let me write down here only. Keywords are basically predefined words in Python which already have some meaning. That means we cannot use them as variable. By that I mean plus what? Suppose I can write x equal to 12, but I cannot write if equal to 12. This will throw error. See, it will throw error, invalid syntax. Why? Because if is a reserved keyword. Okay. So if you want to get a list class, okay, reserved keywords in Python. So you can see there is a list. I told you that if is a keyword, right? So you can see if is a keyword. This is a list class. Now, one thing class you don't need to remember. You don't need to remember all of this. What you can simply do, whenever some keyword you want to write, suppose you're writing, let's say import. Okay. So if it is not a keyword, suppose I write math equal to 12. So you can see it is showing in black color. But if I write import equal to 12, so you can see it is changing color. That means automatically it is going to throw error. Understood class? If it is changing color, then automatically understand, remember that it is a keyword and make sure not to use it. But suppose you still want to use it. So you can do what? Right, import 1 equal to 12. That will work fine. Anything, import 1, import 2, import underscore. Okay. Now repeat third rule. Third rule में class it is saying that names are case sensitive. ये जो होता है ना, let me write it down. When I write capital A, this is called as what? This is uppercase. When I write small a, this is called as lowercase. So I am saying that Python is case sensitive. That means Python can sense the case. If it is written in uppercase or lowercase, Python can differentiate between the two. So that is why you can write print. Suppose if you're writing class, let it be, if I write print, just a minute class. If I write capital A equal to 23 and small a equal to 12. So if I write print A and print A. So you can see both of them will give you separate outputs. Capital A is 23, small a is 12. Both of them are two separate variables. Understood now, Somil? Sneha, it is a library in Python. It is not a keyword. There is a difference. You can create your own libraries also. That is, I hope you know that, right? So it is a library. Okay, once I will cover module now, you will understand that at that time. Okay, if both of them have the same name, so it will create some kind of issue. But here, it is not at least a keyword. Understood now? Clear class till here, everyone? Is everyone in sync with me? I hope. Sure. Let's continue now, class. Okay, so if everyone is in sync, so let's continue now, class. Right now, class, so far now, we have been talking about data. Right? Let me show you one thing. Suppose class, let's say I am writing x equal to 12. I write y equal to, let's say I'm writing name is equal to my name. You see the difference, class. In one here, I am not putting any quotes. Here I am putting single quotes, right? So there is a difference. What difference is there? If I write class here in my code, print x, it will give me 12. That is completely fine. If I write print name, it will give me Harshil. That is also fine. But if I write in class print type of x, so type is what, class? Type function tells us the type of data stored. If I write type of x class, it will give me int because x is an integer. But if I write in class print type of uh, name, it will give me string. str means string. Okay. So here class, what happens now? There are different types of data present in Python. So let's see that. Yes. There are different types of data present in Python. Let's see class, what are they? Majorly class, in case of Python, all the data types, you can categorize them into two different categories. All the data types present in Python, you can categorize them in two different categories. How? First, you can call them as non-sequence collection. Okay. Second, you can call it as sequence collection. I will explain the meaning in some time. Don't worry. Sequence collection. Okay. Non-sequence collection, what all there are there? There is your integer. All of you, I hope, know integer mathematics. There is your decimal point numbers. Okay. Integer class is called as int. Okay. Decimal point numbers are called as float. Okay. Then there is और क्या है हमारा? There is complex number. Just give me a minute, class.
So your voice is not audible.
Then there is your set called as set. I was not saying, I was just calling them this out. Okay, I will explain the difference of indexable and non-indexable in a while. Don't worry. Okay, so there are total of 9 data types present in Python. Okay, so we'll cover all of them one by one. Just write it down, class. I am just coming in 2-3 minutes. Okay, there is someone at the door. Just give me 2-3 minutes. Okay. Just write this down. Am I audible, class?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Everyone in sync with me so far?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Let's continue now. First thing, class, that you have to see is your integer. Let's see, class, first. I'm simply writing x equal to 12 and print type of x. So you can see where in this code it will give us class int, right? That is because of it is integer type of data. One more thing, class, that is there. Integer is what? Can be positive also, right? Can be positive also. So what we can do, class? We can write here y equal to maybe minus 34. For at print type of y, so it will also give me class int. There is no difference. It can be positive also, it can be negative also. Okay, so that is class integer. Simple, straightforward, right? Next thing that is there, class, that is your float data type. Float basically means what? Decimal point numbers. That is basically the numbers which are in decimal. Suppose, class, if I am writing x equal to 12. So this is what? This is your integer. This is your integer. But if I write here class y equal to 12.5. So this is basically your float. I hope all of you are getting a difference. Even if I write here 12.0, that also will be taken as float only. Okay, so if I write here print type of y, you can see it will give us float. What is the difference between sequence and non-sequence? Devishi, don't worry. Let me explain this for, then I will explain non-sequence also. Indexable, non-indexable also I will explain. Don't worry. Okay. So that is class, this two. Complex number, let us see, class. Complex numbers, anyone, any idea? Remember iota, real part plus imaginary part, and there was something called as iota, right? Yes, exactly, Geetika. That is your complex number. Same thing in Python class. What we do, we write x is equal to 12 plus 3j. In place of I, it is necessary that in case of Python, in order to define a complex number, you have to mention j, not I, not anything else, j only. Then only it will take it, consider it as a complex number. You can see it is showing class complex. Right? Next is class, next is your Boolean. Boolean is what? Having two states or possibilities. So then either it is raining or not raining. Okay, either it is true or false. So I'll write here class x equal to true. Okay, there is one more thing that you can do, y equal to false. Okay, so that is basically class your Boolean data type. Why shouldn't we consider I in complex steps? No, it is defined in Python, na Devishri. It is already defined in Python that you have to use j. Say in mathematics, you use I na. Here already, your teacher told you that you have to use I. Why didn't you ask your teacher why we are using I? I is just an alphabet, right? Which is denoting that it is iota. That's all, right? I is just an alphabet. Same manner, in mathematics, we use I. In similar manner, in Python, we use J. There is no difference at all. Is Boolean works for 0 and 1. When we say 0 and 1, Aditi, your 0 and 1 is basically binary. When you say 0 and 1, that is binary number. When we say Boolean, that is true and false. Okay. Also, one more thing, class. Remember, when we are writing true now, so true is basically a keyword. You can see it is changing the color also now. So true is a keyword, so you have to make sure that T is capital. Okay, and F is capital here. True will be output print X. Yes, if I write print X here, you can see it will give us true in the output. Got it, Vinay?
Yes.
All of you in sync with me so far? Okay. So class, now we have covered this four. Your integer, decimal, basically integer, float, complex number, and Boolean. These four we have covered so far in our code. Now notice one thing. Notice one thing. In all these four data types, in all these four variables, this x equal to 12, this y equal to 12.0, okay, this x equal to this, x equal to true. In all four of them, we are storing a single value in a single variable. Yes or no? We are storing a single value in a single variable. Yes or no, class? That is why I am calling it as non-sequence collection reduce. Because there is no collection here. Understood now or not? Since there is no collection here, that is why I'm calling it as non-sequence. But in case of sequence collection, we are going to store multiple values in a single variable. Okay, I will show you how. Don't worry about that also. Okay. Let's continue, class. I hope all of you are comfortable till here. So let's continue. Next, we're starting is your non-sequence collection. Sorry, we're starting is your sequence collection. First is your string. Okay. Now, what is string, class? Anyone? String is basically a collection of
Characters.
characters. Excellent. Stored नहीं बोलूंगा मैं. Collection of characters written inside quotes. Try to understand this, class. Suppose now I am writing x as equal to hello. So basically, what is happening here, class? There are basically 5 characters, HELLO. There are 5 characters here in this string. Okay, so if I write here, class, print type of s, it will give me string. Okay, let me show you one thing, class. Suppose I am writing x equal to 12. No problem at all. Then I write y equal to 12 like this. So if I write here, class, print type of x, print type of y, it is, you can see it is giving us x is basically integer and y is string. Okay, same thing, but different manner. Now, in case of collection, there is particularly a function. What is that? Called as len. Print len. If I write here, class, len of x, it is going to throw me an error. It will throw me an error. Why is that? Can anyone explain why len of x is throwing error? See, if I write here print
integer type.
So what? If I write length of y is what? See, y is 1 to 9 string format. So if I write length of y, it will give me 2 because there are 2 characters. There are two characters in the y variable. That is why length of y is giving you 2. But tell me why when I'm writing length of x, it is giving me error. Why?
X is integer.
So what?
It is not enclosed with single quotes.
So what?
Python accepts only string.
which is stored in variable.
Length is used only for string functions.
It is not necessary at string. It will be using string only. Len function, class. First of all, len function. Right on here on. Len function will only work with collection sequence. Can anyone tell me why? Why? Because non-collection, what happens? There is a single data in a single variable, yes or no? There is single data in single variable, yes or no? So does it make sense to calculate the length of a non-collection, non-sequence?
No, sir.
No, ना? यहाँ पे x equal to 12 जो है, this x equal to 12 present here class, okay, this is complete single data only. These are not two characters, it is complete single data only. Okay, that is why you cannot calculate length. But if you store the same thing in string format like this, then it will become a collection of characters. Here, this is not 12. This is actually y equal to 1, 2. There are two characters 1 and 2 which are stored together in a single variable. 1 and 2 are separate here. It is not 12 at all. Are you getting the difference, class?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's continue now. Next is class. Next is what? Next is your list. Let us see class list. List is basically what? List is a collection of heterogeneous data elements. Can anyone tell me? Can anyone explain me the concept of heterogeneous?
Having different types.
Heterogeneous means different type of data. Okay, so what I can do, class, in my code, I can write here. Let's say I am storing data of a particular student. Let's say some student is there. So I will write here student is equal to. I will create a list. List may be use square brackets. I will, let's say, write the student name Arun. I will write the age as, let's say, maybe 24. Okay, I will write the percentage, let's say, as I don't know, 95.36. Okay, I will, let's say, mention the location. Okay, let's say I will mention the country, India. Okay. Also, one more thing I can do. I can combine these two together to create a single list also. So I can store. So I can store a list inside another list also. Okay. So if I write here class print length of stud, what I will get in the output?
4.
100% sure. It will give us 4 because there are four elements around 24, 95.36, and this complete list is a single element with respect to stud. Okay. Now it can be homogeneous also. Okay, it is a collection of potentially heterogeneous data elements. It is not necessary that they have to be different. They can be. Suppose class, let's say I am storing my marks of 12th class in a list. So I will write what? I will write 88, 91, 95, 95, 80. Okay. So class, if I write a print, what type of marks it will give me? List. Okay. Here also, if I write print type of stud, it will give me list. It can be homogeneous also, it can be heterogeneous also, totally up to your requirement. I hope everyone is clear till here.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So how to print the length of sublist inside that list?
I'm coming to that also. Just give me a minute. All of you understood till here or not? Understood till here completely, class?
Yes, sir.
Sure.
Yes,
Now
sir.
let me show you something. When I was writing that categories, I wrote one thing here called as indexable collection. Okay. Tell me one thing, class. Have you ever been to a hotel?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, have you seen class in hotel rooms? Okay, there is room number mentioned, room number 101, 102, 305, 307, right?
Yes, sir.
Rooms are there at your home also, right? Rooms तो घर पे भी तुम्हारे, right? But
Yeah.
tell me, are the rooms present in your home have room numbers?
No, sir. No, sir.
So the rooms that we have at our homes, so they don't have room numbers, na?
Yes, sir.
So that's the difference between indexable and non-indexable. The rooms present at the hotel are indexable. The rooms present at our home are non-indexable. Okay, let me explain how. Suppose class, in my code, I am writing a list. Let's say this list I am writing marks 12. This list I have written, this marks list. What will Python do? In case of this, what will Python do? It will store this all these lists with respect all the elements of the list with respect to some kind of index value. How? Okay, how? And in case of Python, Python follows your zero-based indexing. That means this will be called as zero index. This one. Okay, this one will be called as zero index. This one will be called as index 1. Okay, this will be called as index 2. Okay, this one will be called as index 3. This one will be called as index 4. Now there are two ways you can calculate the indexing. One from the left hand side and one from the right hand side. When I'm doing it from the left hand side, okay, it is called as positive indexing. Positive indexing. If you're doing it from the left hand side, it is called as negative indexing. Okay, and negative indexing, how it works, class? It starts from -1. This is -1. This is -2. This is -3. This is -4. And this is -5. Now let me show you, class. Don't worry. If in my code, if I write print marks of 0, what will I get? Can anyone tell me? What will be the output?
88, sir.
88.
88. Excellent. If I write print marks of -2, what will be the output, class?
95.
95.
95. Sure about that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So if I run this for class, it will give us 95. Okay. Understood now? Now suppose if I am working in stud, let's say. So if I write here class print, Jupyter mein I can directly write out stud ka. I don't need to mention the print statement every time. There is no need to mention print every time. I can also write stud ka -1. It will give me what, class? Stud -1.
Himachal and India.
Himachal, India, pura. It will give the entire list here. See, now since stud of -1 is giving me this entire thing, so what I can do? If I write 0, so what will be the answer of this?
Himachal.
Himachal.
Now, initially we created a string hello. So if I write here class s of, a string is also indexable, so s of 0 will give me what?
H.
H.
Yes, sir.
If I write here stud, this is your stud class. If I write here stud ka -1 plus 0, what will it give me?
Himachal.
Himachal.
And if I write here -1 again,
Himachal, India.
no.
Himachal, India.
No.
Mhm.
अरे पूरा क्या देगा? This entire thing will give us what class? Tell me one thing. एक मिनट. Wait a second. This much is what class? This will give us what?
Himachal, India.
India.
Himachal, India. This will give us what?
Himachal.
So this should give us what? L,
Himachal,
na?
India.
Himachal ka L.
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 Got this class, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Tell me one thing. If I write stud -2, it will give me what?
95.3.
5.36.
5.36.
36.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
If I write here class stud ka -2 ka 0.
9.
Think about it.
95.
Think about it.
90.36 is float type variable.
Think about it.
95.36 or 9.
It will give us error class. 95.36 is indexable. It is float now. Getting this or not?
Correct, sir. Correct.
95 point. See, we were able to do this here. Why? Because we were getting list in the output and list is indexable. And then we were getting a string and string is again
Can you please
indexable.
repeat it, sir?
I'm saying in this case, I'm explaining this one. In this case, this code was working why? Because -1 was giving us a list, right? Then 0 was giving us a string. Okay, and then -1 was again giving us a string. That is why we were able to get the answer. Why? Because it is indexable. But here tell me, is 95.36 indexable?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No,
It is a
sir.
float, no? So you cannot go further to it. You cannot go further like indexing it. Understood now or not?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
It will throw error. Float object is not substitutable because you cannot do indexing in case of float. Understood class till here or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Any doubts so far?
No, sir.
Any doubt of any type class so far anywhere at all?
Sir, can you explain again about len?
Len. Just suppose let's say S is there. Okay, so S is what? S is basically a string having 5 individual characters HELLO, right? So if I can write here class print what? Len of S. So you can see it will give me 5. Why? Because there are 5 characters in total. So len function does what? It basically gives us how many elements are there in a given collection. Okay, so if I do this on case of stud, so how many collections are there? How many elements are there?
4.
First, second,
4.
third, and this entire thing is fourth. So if I write print length of stud, it will give me this. Now, someone asked me if I want to calculate the length of this one. So I could have written what? Print len of stud ka -1. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Stud of -1 is what? This entire thing. And length is 2. Suppose if I write here, suppose class tell me one thing. If I want, okay, write the code. I want the length of India. I want length of India. Write the code for that. With respect to stud, I want to calculate the length of India.
Print length stored -1 -1.
Right. Okay, so we will write print length of stud from -1. So it is giving us 5. Okay. In the same case, if I want to do for Himachal, so here I will write in place of -1, this will be
Minus
0.
1, 0.
Minus
0 also you can write, or -2 also you can write.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, how the memory allocation for sublist is going?
See, in case of C, what happens now? Okay. See, when you create a list, so what happens? Python will go to the memory. It will take a random memory. Let's say it will take this memory. Let's say what it will do, it will divide the entire memory into 4 parts, because there are 4 elements. The lowest one will be 0, then 1, then 2, then 3. That will be the numbering. It will take another memory, take 2 parts of that. Okay, lower one may Himachal will be stored, upper one may India will be stored. And here, this will create a reference here. In the location 4, here, in the index 4 of this collection, it will store the reference of this list. So here Himachal is there at index 0, and here India is there at index 1. Understood now?
Yes, sir.
So that is why in that case, I have to first go to -1, and then from there I have to go to Himachal. I cannot go to Himachal directly. There is no way, class. Clear till here our class or not? Himachal.
Yes, sir.
So let's continue now. Let's go back here. Okay, so we have already covered string and list. Okay. Now let's go to tuple class. Before going to tuple, there is a very small thing that I need to cover. Okay, there is something called as class called as what? Mutability. Mutability means the ability to modify a collection. Modify a collection segments. It is a mutability. Now, class, all the data types present in Python can be categorized into two categories. First is mutable data types. Second is immutable data types. Mutable में क्या होता है? Mutable में there is your list is
Changeable.
there, dictionary is there, and set is there. These three are mutable class. Immutable में there is string and then there is your tuple. Okay, these two are immutable. Rest three are mutable. Okay. Also, जितने भी all your non-collection are also called as immutable per se, because obviously there is no collection, so all of them are called as immutable. Okay, let me show you. Suppose class I have a list with me. Okay, I am saying, let's say this is Arun's age 24. Tell me one thing, is Arun's age going to be same every time?
No, sir.
Obviously it will change, na? At some point of time it will change. So what we can do in that case, I can write here stud क्या हमारा 1 है, right? Stud 1 is what? 24 na? So I'll write stud 1 equal to 25. So you can see class, if I write here print stud now, it will give me 25 in place of 24. So this is called as what? Mutability. Understood or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you can see string is immutable. Suppose I have s equal to hello with me, and I'm writing s0 is equal to h. If I run this code, it is going to throw error. String object does not support item assignment because we cannot modify a string. This is immutable. Okay. Let's proceed now, class. Next is what? Tuple. Tuple is what? Tuple is a collection of potentially heterogeneous का spelling क्या होती है? Heterogeneous data elements. Okay. Now, suppose let's take this only. I will write here 2w is equal to. Now, in case of tuple class, we use parentheses. We use parentheses in case of tuple, round brackets basically. Okay, so if I run this code class, you can see it is a tuple. If I write here print type of QW, it will give me tuple. So can anyone see? Notice one thing, tuple or list का definition तो same है ना? List is also a collection of potentially heterogeneous data elements. Tuple is also same. So what is essentially the difference between them? Anyone?
Brackets are different.
Right? So difference between list and tuple. So if you want to see, list uses square brackets, while tuple uses round brackets. Second is class, list is mutable while tuple is immutable.
Immutable.
Okay. Bracket is not a major difference. Bracket, it is just a concept of how you are writing. That is just a syntax difference. Okay, that is not a major thing. The major thing is what? List is mutability. Yes, exactly. List is mutable, tuple is immutable. Now there is one more difference class that if you say in the interview, it will give you additional points. Okay, because everyone is going to say same thing. Okay, what is that class? That list is faster
than tuple.
in execution than a tuple. Clear class till here? Clear class till here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Next class, let's continue. So these three are basically indexable. Remember, tuple is also indexable, but you cannot modify a tuple. Let me show you also just quickly. Just give me a minute. Suppose let's say QW is there. So if I write here QW ka 1 equal to 25. Okay, so if I run this code, it will throw error. Tuple object does not support item assignment. You can see we are getting the same error in case of string also. Does not support item assignment. Here also we are getting the same error. Does not support item assignment because both of them are immutable. String also and tuple also. Let's proceed class now. Next is what?
Sir,
Yes.
Excuse me, sir.
sir, can you please explain again mutability?
Mutability.
Yes, sir.
Mutability is basically means the concept of modifying the collection. Okay, agar suppose let's say I have this collection and I want to edit some part of it. Right now I'm creating the collection, right? Once I have already created the collection, after that, if I want to modify the collection without affecting the other elements at all, that is called as mutability. So here you can see 24 was written now. Arun's age was 24.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
but I mentioned it. Okay, now I want to modify this first element. This is index 1 now. Indexing starts from 0. So this is
Yes,
index
sir.
1. So I mentioned it. I want to change the index 1 to 25. So this is called as mutability now. Because
Okay,
it
sir.
is allowing me to change. Na? When I'm doing the same thing in case of string, it is not allowing me. It is giving me error.
Yes, sir. Got it, sir. Thank you.
Class, is there any doubt anyone? Whatever I have covered so far?
So
No,
why
sir.
list is faster than tuple?
Because tuple is immutable. Because the way in which the tuple is stored in the memory, okay, since it is immutable, na? So there is a difference in how the tuple is stored in the memory. So that is why tuple becomes faster. Okay.
So, sir, how tuple is got stored in memory?
You don't need to get into that. Why? Because if I start explaining that, I need to cover, there is a concept called as data structures. I will need to explain the entire data structures first, and then I will be able to explain how tuple stores data in the memory. Okay. You just need to understand there is a difference how tuple is stored. There's a difference between tuple and list, how they are stored in the memory. Okay. Because tuple is different, is stored differently, that is why it is faster. Clear class till here, everyone? I think that's the notes, Bhavna. Tell me one thing. Am I creating these notes for myself? Class? Am I writing all these things down for myself? Hello, class, at least respond, no? Hello?
No, sir, it's for us.
Where is everyone? Why are you not replying?
It's for us, sir.
It's for us, sir.
So gaye? Is everyone sleeping now?
No, sir.
Sir.
No, sir.
Somil?
Sir. No, sir.
Ranjit?
No.
Dimple? Aditi? Sleeping or what? Class, tell me one thing. Is everyone able to understand everything that I have covered so far or not? Completely?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir,
Please
it's
respond no.
understandable.
Yes, sir.
Make sure to respond, class, everyone.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so let's continue now. Indexable we have already covered, right? Your string list and tuple. Next class that we have to see is your non-indexable collection, that is your dictionary and set. When we see class non-indexable, here we saw that we can index, right? We can do indexing, but in case of dictionary and set, indexing is not possible. So let's see class. What is dictionary? Dictionary class, dictionary is a collection of
Keep yours.
key value pairs stored together as item. Okay, let me show you. Suppose class I have a list with Mr. This list we already have. Tell me what this 25, this data 25, what this data is representing. Can anyone tell me? What
Age.
is,
Age.
who told you? Who told you that this 25 is age? Don't say me.
It's representing integer variable.
So what? 25 can be the size of his, I don't know, jeans, no?
Yes, sir, it's just an integer number.
Sir, it's just integer data.
Sorry, what you're saying?
It's a stored element.
It's a stored element, right? We don't know that what 25 is represented. 25 can be anything, yes or no?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, but class, what you can do?
We should
Just
indicate the specific name to each stored element.
class, just give me just a single minute. Now class, here we are not able to understand why this 25, what this 25 data is representing. But let's say if I want to store this same thing in dictionary. So what I will do, I can write here class, what? Name, colon, Arun, comma, age, colon, 25, percentage, colon, 95.36, location, colon, this and that, Himachal, India. Okay, so this is how class you can create a dictionary. And what I've written, dictionary is a collection of key value pairs. It is a collection of key value pairs. That means this name is the key, Arun is the value.
Value.
And this entire thing class, this entire thing is called as what?
Dictionary.
And item. ये तो पूरी चीज from here till here it is dictionary, na?
Yes.
I'm just talking about this that I've highlighted. This part. This part is what? This is a single item. A key value pair, a single key value pair is called as a item. Got that class?
Yes, sir.
If I write here length of D, it will give me 4 because there are 4 items in total. Okay, now indexing is not possible. If I write D0, it will throw error. Okay, but there is something class in case of dictionary. What? If you already know the key, suppose if I write here class D of name, you can see it will give me Arun. But vice versa is not true. If I write here class D of Arun, it will throw error because D of Arun will not work. If I already know the key, I am writing here value can be accessed through a key. But key cannot be accessed. Are you getting this code class?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Through a
Yes, sir.
indexing is not possible, but you can, using the key, you can fetch the value of a dictionary. I hope everyone is clear till here.
Yes, sir.
All of you clear about dictionary or not?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Let's continue. Set class, set is an unordered collection. Set is an unordered collection of what? Unique elements. Unordered collection. Let me explain how. Suppose class, let's say I'm creating a set 34, 56, 30, 23, 34, 12. Okay, I randomly create some elements. Now if I write a print set, print S, notice one thing class. Tell me, are they coming in the same order in which I have stored the data?
No.
The order changed, right?
Yes, sir.
That is why set is called as unordered. You cannot predict in which order the data will come. As simple as that. Okay, it will not predict in which order the data will come. It is completely possible if Pawan is running this code, Pawan will get a different output. Okay, so Chita will get a different output. Aditi will get a different output. That is completely possible. It is also possible if I run the same code again at some other time, Okay, I will also get some other output. That is why set is called as unordered collection. First thing. Second thing, class C, it is saying unique elements. Okay, I stored 34 twice now,
Yes, sir.
but in the output, 34 is coming only once. Why? Because you cannot repeat the same element, okay, in case of set. Each and every element of set is unique. In list, it will work. In set, in string, list, tuple, it will work fine. In dictionary also, you can repeat the values, but in case of set, value items, elements cannot be repeated. Clear, class, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so class, we can categorize again in two ways, like I showed you. Okay, first category I showed you is sequence, non-sequence. I hope all of you understood. Sequence, non-sequence, understood?
Yes.
Indexable, non-indexable, understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
See,
Yes,
this
sir.
happens as n. If I write s of 0, it will throw error.
Sir,
See, s of 0 will throw error because set is non-indexable.
excuse me, sir.
Yes.
So if you want, we want to print item in dictionary, so like name Arun.
I will explain that also in a minute. Give me a minute. Class,
Okay, sir.
all of you understood sequence, non-sequence? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Indexable, non-indexable?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Mutable, immutable?
Yes.
Sir.
Okay, there is one more way you can categorize. That is your what? Ordered and unordered. Hear me out, class. Now, when we talk about ordered, your string, your list, your tuple, and your dictionary. All these are your ordered collection. But in case of unordered, let me explain. Dictionary before 3.7, dictionary before version 3.7 was unordered. It used to be unordered, but now currently we are currently at version 3.12. Okay, so currently it is ordered. Okay, so that is why I mentioned dictionary as ordered here. So currently the version which we are using, it is ordered. But why I'm telling you this? Because in case of interview, case of company job interview, okay, if they ask, sometimes depending on the interviewer, if they know or not, if they know that they will, then it is possible that they can ask whether dictionary is ordered or unordered. So you can say it used to be unordered, okay, till version 3.7, but after that it is ordered. Clear, class?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, class. So that is, I guess, majorly everything from my end for today. Okay. Next topic will take some time, so that is why I'm covering till here only. Next topic, class, that we're going to cover is basically your types of. Next topic that I'm going to cover is your types of operators. Types of. Okay. So that is there. Is there any doubt, class, in whatever we have covered today?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Perfect. Okay. Now, class, what I will be doing now? Hear me out. What I will be doing from my end is I will be uploading. All of you know about Google Classroom? All of you know about Google Classroom?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So on a daily basis, जैसे आज की file जो है, it is class 1, okay, class 2, class 3, and so on. So on a daily basis, I will be uploading the file in Google Classroom. Okay. So what I will be doing, that I will share the link of the Google Classroom in the WhatsApp group. Everyone makes sure to join the Google Classroom, because all the assignments, all whatever notes, whatever reading material I have, okay, whatever I need to share, I will be sharing in that Google Classroom only.
Okay, sir.
You can join the Google Classroom, and then we will do everything there on. Okay. In case of doubt, if you have any doubts anywhere, you can ask in the class. Otherwise, please feel free to ask in the group also. Okay. If you have any screenshot, if you have any, like, suppose you're writing the code, you're getting some error or anything somewhere, you want the solution for that, you can post. You can take a screenshot of the code and you can post in the group also if you want. Please feel free to message me, or you can message in the group also. That is completely fine. Messaging in the group is better for me also, obviously. Okay. So I guess class, that is majorly everything for today. Okay. If you have any doubt, you can stay back and ask. Otherwise, the session is complete for today from my end. Achha, one more thing, class. All of you have the link, Zoom link now with you that you used today.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So that is going to be same every time.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
That link is going to be same for every day. Don't ask for the link again and again. I will. That link is there, and as you can see, I have added that link in the group description also, right? In the WhatsApp group, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So yeah, class. That is all for today. Thank you, everyone. Ajay, tell me, how was the session today, all in all? And please be completely honest.
It was totally understandable, sir.
Perfect. Okay. Make sure, class, at any point, if you have any doubt, please feel free to ask. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Good night.
Thank you, sir. Good night, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Good night, sir.